God damn it! I keep forgetting how to fucking say it. God. Welcome, lady. God, I can't. I keep drawing a freaking blank because of y'all's stupid script.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's how
Yes.
Mr. E wants us to address him.
You
Okay?
Yeah.
read this
Not
in the
us.
paperwork, Nathan. You read this in the
Yes,
paperwork.
I
You
know I
signed
read
the
this in the
Actually,
thing.
paperwork, but God, what can I
Mr. E
say?
wants us to address him as master.
Well, no. I'm saying the public. He wants us to address the public
Oh.
as Gadies and Lettleman.
Yeah, he has
Yes,
a
yes,
sidebar
okay.
that says we need to
Okay.
address him as Master E.
Master
Mr. E,
E.
Master E, master of
We
all the E's. I don't care. Let's
we
get
were
this.
able to haggle for Mr. So
Alright, ladies. Oh my god. Gadies and Littlemen. There we go. Jesus Christ.
There you
Kill me
go.
now.
we fixed it.
Ah. I'll freaking start once I get the. Okay. Topic before I lose my mind.
There we go.
I've got somewhat of a specific topic for you boys because I have
Yes.
actually decided to dive into one of my favorite games. And y'all
Me too.
already. Whoops, there goes that. And it's for something else.
The audience doesn't know your favorite game.
Yes, I will say that here in a second about Lost Page. Now, my favorite game, and to be honest, I have been addicted to it like freaking crack cocaine ever since I've started playing Destiny 1.
Have you been addicted to it with crack and cocaine, or
No.
like separate, or no?
No, trust me, I'm on
I would.
withdrawal.
I would.
I
Wait,
would.
you don't do crack when you play Destiny? I do
No.
crack when I do Sea of Thieves.
Jacob, I've seen you. You don't look like you're on crack. You look like you're on speed.
I do
Alright.
speed. Speed of Thieves.
Speed of thieves, yeah. Alright, but the reason why I have brought this upon is just because I've started to get back into playing Destiny 2 again after almost a three-year long hiatus. But I was just wondering, just on 5 random questions, on how I may see the 3 of y'all potentially play Destiny if I was to ever see y'all in the wild. Now, in Destiny 2, there used to be only 3 subclass archetypes, which they used to be Solar, Void, and Arc. And as you can tell what they are, you basically have Void, zap you into nothingness. Arc, I will electrocute you until you are a electrified fish. And Solar, you are going to burn on the surface of the sun. But over the years and what I've experienced, we have gotten new subclasses. That being of Strand, yes, I'm just gonna feel like Spider-Man webbing my enemies and swinging around until I just slam into a building. Or my favorite being the ice wizard that I am, Stasis. Freeze your enemies in their tracks and crumble into the dust under your boot. I could go on for hours on what each of them do, but I am not. Because I don't think any of y'all want to really hear me kind of no spells. Knowing you, I
He
already.
was getting sleepy on us. I was about to cast a spell.
Hey, no sleepy Evie up in here. Don't make me call the Fun Police Titan. Now then, Chastin, of those 5, I'll also give you this one. I'll tell you a specific ability with whatever archetype you choose.
Okay.
So, of the 5, what do you choose? They are Solar, Void, Arc, Strand, and Stasis.
Strand.
Strand! You want to be a Spider-Man. Okay, Strand for Chastin. Colby, what do you choose? And I know you've already dabbled a little bit with D2, but I know you haven't dabbled a lot. What do you choose?
Solar.
Guys,
Solar.
I think D2 is Destiny 2.
No, really? Really?
Guys, I figured it out.
That's crazy.
Can you leave me alone considering the fact that I've played it almost 9 years?
Hey, listen. It's not my turn yet.
Yes, hush. Colby, you've chosen solar. Someone who wishes to go on the surface of the sun. Very interesting. Jacob, you loudmouth son of a bitch. What would you choose? Since now you have the baton, the talking stick.
Um, in many circles, there comes a time when one must pick an element for him to be Tim to bestow himself upon. You go up to the circle, and you are greeted by none other than the guy himself, Keanu Reeves.
Not
And he's
Cyberpunk.
like, what kind of power do you want, punk?
I will murder.
And I'm like, man,
Justin,
the
what are you
sun's
doing?
kind of hot. If I pick the power of the sun,
Had to make a post on social media because we're recording a podcast.
Oh, bit late.
does that mean if I get the power of the sun that I can walk on the sun? And then I go into an existential crisis
No,
on whether or not, what does that mean?
you'll still
If I
burn.
become the sun, does that mean that I can burn myself? If I'm cooking noodles on the stove, can I burn myself? What does it mean? If I was to choose stasis, can I freeze myself and live for eternity? An arc, you know, the thing that's in, the thing that's in,
No, keep going.
the thing that's in TV shows, the arcs. Can I want to tell a story.
No!
Is
I'm
it
an
involving
arcs.
the moon and cheese?
Just pick one, Jacob, please.
And then the
We
last
have
one.
4 more questions.
I have 15 to go through.
15?
Oh, I'm.
Fuck, well,
I'm
Jacob, Mystery's banishing him anyways.
help. I will pick the black one. Void.
Void. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Knowing you, actually, yeah, you would just swallow up everything with your void, I have an ass.
Oh my gosh, I picked the most existential crisis one.
Shut up. We have a wide variety of weapons, simpler terms of scout rifles, assault rifles, heavy machine guns, SMGs, shotguns, and as of recently now, not really as of recently, but bows, swords, and glaives. Which a glaive is basically a stick with a large ass blade on the front of it. So a spear.
Assault rifle.
I didn't even pick anyone to start yet.
Look at this basic Betty.
Honestly,
Oh,
knowing
look at
him,
me,
I
I
think
picked the
there's
one
one
that
thing
shoots
he would
fast.
probably would choose. Which I don't even know why I put it like
You know what,
that.
Cheston? This has been a long time coming. You know what?
What? Go ahead. Say it. No, say
it,
it with your
come on.
chest. No, hold on. Say it with your chest. I dare you.
Mystery. Blow up Chaston.
Was that mystery? No, not yet. But you can redirect her back to sender.
What?
Send the missile back to you.
Missile?
What is? Who hit Chaston with the forbidden spell?
That'd be Mystery.
Mystery hit me hard. It hurt my eyeballs.
Jesus Christ. Alright, Chaston chose assault rifle. Colby.
Shotgun.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot there's like 2 more things I completely forgot to add in there that were also part of it. That's also rocket launchers and grenade launchers.
Ooh, no. Grenade launcher. 100% grenade launcher.
Yeah, you would spray and pray
Go,
with a
you're
grenade
a
launcher,
robot. Foomp, foomp,
basically.
foomp,
All right.
foomp,
Hey, man, I gotta have my China Lake, alright?
China Lake. All right, Jacob.
There are so many weapons to choose from.
Just pick.
I
Just
look at
pick,
the
please.
sword.
Yes,
I look at
yes.
the
Sword
stick.
sitting behind him gonna pick.
Yeah, I was about to say, sword.
Huh?
Yeah, we can see the reasoning for your answer is just on the back of the wall. That's your answer right there.
He would pick Rivers of Blood 110%.
Honestly.
Nah, I want a meat cleaver
Well, I
that
could,
has like not like a long handle, but like an actual just stick, and not a very good stick either. Like the stick kind of bends.
well, I could tell
Like
you
if I
there
hit
is
something too hard with it, like it'll snap.
there is a sword that is actually a chainsaw with a rocket on the back of it that'll turn you into a buzzsaw.
That? I want that. Give me that.
Okay.
That sounds awesome. A sword that's also a chainsaw and a rocket? Does that mean I can let it go and let it fly?
No, it just basically propels you in its propeller.
If I drop that straight down, will it just cut through the earth?
No.
Like a lightsaber?
No! It's not a lightsaber. Jesus Christ. Alright, now.
I like the lightsabers. I picked the lightsaber.
Technically speaking, we're supposed to be getting lightsabers here in this next update. But anywho.
What?
Yes.
What?
But,
Oh, well, I picked that then.
no. But, next one is there are 3 classes when you start the game you have to choose. You have to choose one of the 3. And that is either a Titan, a Warlock, or a Hunter. And they all have different attributes, abilities, and skills that can be fine-tuned to your playstyle, but also are very supportive in whatever role they are. Say, like, Titan is mainly for DPS and defense. Warlock, DPS and health. Magic, yes. Hunters, DPS, stealth, debuffing. There's a whole lot. Just gonna be honest with y'all, I am a Warlock main.
In Destiny, can I pick like a sniper that's like twice the size of my body
Yes.
and quick scope with it?
Yes.
Because I like quick scoping with 50 caliber snipers.
Possible.
Oddly enough, I jumped off Big Ben with one in 360 no scoped.
But changing up the order, Jacob, which one would you choose? Which class do you feel like is you?
Oh, Hunter. Are you kidding? I become the Predator? Wait. I become the Hunter?
Technically speaking, you can also go invisible.
So I'm just a Predator. Wait.
Wait.
Pause. Hold on.
Hold on.
Pause.
Mr. E, blur him out.
Edit that. Alright, so Jacob, the Hunter main. Not really Hunter main, but Hunter, potentially. Colby, who would you choose?
Just realized you made me go first on the only question I could actually answer.
Normally I would go Hunter, mainly for speed, agility, and again, the ability to go invisible.
Is there a speed difference?
There is.
Not necessarily. It's honestly, yes, on base build alone, but modifying your build and your stats, it can change.
Oh, dude, I'm a hunter. I'm gonna be like the Flash. I'm gonna be faster than the cameraman himself.
Watch out for fucking Warlocks and Titans. I can always tell you this, a Titan can quite literally turn themselves into a freaking missile. An ICBM.
I want to be Aren't ICBMs just misunderstood hunters?
McColby, what is your answer?
I would have to go hunter. I would go warden, but I would have to go hunter.
Warlock! Warden, what the fuck is warden? What warden are you talking about? There's no warden.
I pick warden.
No, there's no warden.
Nobody said warden.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
Titan,
disagree.
Warlock,
Colby
Listen,
said
listen.
warden.
Yes, Colby did
Warden?
say warden. Enough about wardens.
Hunter. I'll pick hunter.
He just sounds disappointed.
100%. I
Chaston,
want my magic. I want my magic.
You want to join the warlock side.
I want my magic.
Alright, now, since you've basically gotten what class type, I can actually kind of dive deep down into your supers. And we can actually choose.
A deep dive down, deep down, dive deep down.
Yes. But now, since I don't really have to choose that much and explain a lot,
Death beat.
I'll just do this.
Sorry, what?
Jacob, Colby, since you both chose hunters, this is what you can technically have. You chose solar, correct, Colby?
Mm-hmm.
From
A
my
sniper rifle that also shoots rockets.
no, here's what it is. One of them. This is what I know from solar, from messing with hunters just a little bit. You can have a golden gun that basically does fat damage to bosses. If not, if you have the right build, and for certain bosses, can almost be one shot or two shot. Or there is quite literally one where you have flaming throwing knives that do explosive damage and high amounts of it.
So I can throw rockets.
No, this is with solar. I'm about to get into the void. Void hunters have somewhat of a special thing. You have Blade Dancer, if I'm not mistaken, or that's with Arc, and I could be wrong. No, I'm right. Blade
Ark
Dancer.
Survival Evolved.
No, but Blade Dancer is an ability where you can run around at high speeds, invisible, with double knives in both hands, and quite literally do ninja moves and high amounts of melee damage on your enemies. I wouldn't do it on big bosses, I would do it on crowds, but PvP, you're almost a menace. Or you can have your Nova bow, which could tether a lot of enemies or do a decent amount of damage to a fat boss.
I still like the exploding missiles that I can throw.
Well, we're basically taking these answers of what you've chosen with what archetype you've chosen. While he's doing that, Colby, from your archetype, what would you choose? Your flaming knives of doom, or God's hand cannon of annihilation?
I would pick the hand cannon any day of the week.
To let you know, there is an exotic hand cannon called Last Word, and if I'm not mistaken, you can almost have a special ability to where you can have 6 shots of a hand cannon or a golden gun besides 2 to 3. And it's also depending on how you manage your build and what exotic armor pieces you have, but that's different. Jacob, what would you choose of your archetype? Your Nova bow, or he chose the golden gun. What would you choose? Your Night Strider or your Nova bow?
Be right back.
I'm gonna be the archer.
So you like nice. Chaston. Remind me again, what archetype did you choose? Strand?
Yeah.
Oh, let me just tell you this, my friend. Just like how I said with the archetype of Colby's with the exploding flaming knives, you have a super that quite literally shoots out green strand needles that do the same thing, same concept, but if they actually kill, they spread out in explosive damage and cause their virus to spread. It is basically poison.
Like brain rot.
And if you have it set up certain things right with your super and aspects, you can quite literally suspend and trap your enemies in midair for a certain period of time. And the initial first strand assault of needles does fat damage. And
Like
also,
fat damage.
and also, to which, Al, that's honestly your only super. Well, I'll probably tell you another super, maybe just to throw you off just a wee bit. I'll tell you stasis, kind of throw you off. Stasis, you become an ice wizard. You manifest an ice staff, enabling to shoot off frost blasts. And once you have frozen an enemy with a frost blast, you can quite literally do a Gandalf, you shall not pass, power throw with the staff, sending out a shockwave. An enemy that is frozen instantly, it freaking shatters into shards.
Ooh.
Nody.
And also, it's good. It's good for crowd control mainly, and it's also good with fat damage. There is a whole lot. I mean, I can quite literally say this with warlocks specifically. You quite literally with the arc subtype get a Kamakameha.
Why do you have so many Rice Krispie treats?
He comes.
Leave me alone, okay? I had a rough day. I want my Rice Krispie treats.
Let him snack. But Chaston,
Hmm.
you know, from those three choices, you don't have to go with your single strand choice. You can choose from the three I told you: the stasis strand or the arc Kamakameha. There is technically two more variants of the arc super, but it's been a minute since I've actually messed with them because I've been
I want to do
Kamakameha.
the stasis.
Oh, you want to be the Grand Ice Wizard. Good choice. I ran with that for a while. It is good. And to also say, if you just run stasis mainly, you quite literally have a melee to where you can do your whole ice ability and freeze people. You just out of nowhere pull out your ice staff and you shoot at a ball and it'll freeze. And if you do it right, it'll explode and cause area damage. Now, exotics. I'm just going to pull up three random exotics that I know. I'm not going to say their exact names besides ones that I do know. Outbreak Prime, which is a pulse rifle, which is burst rifle, and that's also another one I didn't mention in the weapon class, pulse rifles. And also fusion rifles, God, and linear tracers. God, there's so many. Let me see here. Outbreak Prime, Igazani's Burden, or Monte Carlo. Which Monte Carlo and Igazani's Burden, Monte Carlo is an auto rifle, Igazani's Burden is a sniper rifle. All these are exotic weapons. Now, the one
Are
thing,
you speaking English right now?
it is very hard for me to say some of these words, especially Igazaki's Burden. Monte Carlo is quite literally just Monte Carlo. But yeah, those are weapons. And also, one thing to tell you about exotic weapons in Destiny 2 is you can only have one exotic weapon and one exotic armor piece equipped at a time. You cannot do two. You can have one exotic armor piece and you can have one exotic weapon at a time.
I like the jungles. They're very exotic.
But, Jacob, what exotic weapon would you choose from the three?
The one that shoots.
Definitely wasn't paying attention at all.
Would you choose the exotic pulse rifle, the exotic sniper rifle, or the exotic assault rifle?
The sniper rifle.
Okay, to tell you about the exotic sniper rifle is it has a
You
four-shot.
use words that I know. I don't know what you said.
I am quite literally trying to think
I
of the names.
I understood pulse rifle, and that was it. That's the only words I understood of everything you said. I've never played Destiny.
Yes, this is
Yeah,
why I
keep
said.
in mind. See, you're telling us
I
these big
don't
words
know.
that we have no idea about.
Well, I just said the
I'm the only
names of the
one here.
weapons, to which I know I shouldn't have said the names of the weapons. But
And plus, I'm the only one here who actually dabbled a little bit into Destiny 2.
yes, I know this.
Dabbled?
Yes,
Dabbled?
Chaston has dabbled as well. He's actually dabbled way before
What?
you.
I haven't played it at all.
Years ago, yeah, way years ago. I did it on the PS4 before the 5 was a thing. Back in high school.
That's what I played on. But I've
never played it.
I will also tell you what they do.
Oh my gosh.
If you chose the sniper rifle, this is what it does. On base, it has the fuck is going on?
Having a seizure over there.
Yeah,
Huh?
no shit.
Huh?
What the fuck was going on over there?
What happened?
You!
Going on over where?
The
All
freaking the
I just work
rave
here.
you just had.
What?
Do you not?
Is Mr. E trying to enter your room or something?
Every time he pops up on camera, it's just static.
What is going on? Sorry for the intermission, folks. We're just having some.
The ghosts, they're trying to get out.
Jesus Christ. Hopefully, I can get this last.
I know
Destiny.
there are ghosts in Destiny.
Yes, there are ghosts in Destiny. Let's see if
That's
I can
all.
get this last
That's
question
it.
of Destiny out of the way, so we don't have to deal with it anymore.
Please.
Now then, just a little overview of what you chose. It is an exotic sniper rifle. Normally, it has a 4-shot limit in each clip. But here's also one thing. If you were to reload it again, essentially overloading it, you take your 4 bullets and turn it into 1 overshot bullet.
4 bullets. Earth. Water. Air.
Were you even paying attention when I said?
He was then.
I was.
What was the
Four
last thing you
bullets. You
said
can
then?
overload it and turn into 1. I just said it.
Okay.
Yeah, take that, Colby. Oh, look at me. I'm trying to make jokes. Oh, wow.
Justin, what would you choose?
Look at me. I'm Colby eating.
You know what? I don't know which one it is, but I want the Monte Carlo.
You want?
Just because I don't know what it is. Don't tell me what it is, because I had a Monte Carlo car. I just want it just for that joke, because I think it's a car, and I just want to believe it's a car.
Oh, it's fancy like a car. I'll tell
Actually,
you.
a gun
I'll tell
that
you that.
shoots cars.
I will
You
te-
know, yeah, it shoots cars. I want to.
I will tell you what it looks like. It looks dope, and there's a piece on it that's very
Shoots.
disappointing that we can't even use. But here's the one thing: the special ability of it. Special ability. It doubles your melee damage and also refills your melee ability every single time you get a kill.
Oh hell yeah, yeah, I want that. Yeah, Monte Carlo.
Now, Colby, what do you choose? You have the,
Pulse rifle.
you
Wait.
choose the
Run it by me again.
you have the exotic pulse rifle, and then you have the 2 that they just choose, the exotic sniper rifle and the exotic assault rifle.
Exotic pulse rifle.
All right, Outback Prime, the exotic pulse rifle you just chose. It has a special ability of, if you are constantly landing precision headshots, you are releasing nanites out of the bullets that will quite literally do damage on the target that you're hitting. And the more you do, the more nanites that come out and cause damage. And if I'm not mistaken, it does
Sounds
spread.
awful.
It does spread.
Your poor enemy.
Perfect.
Have some sympathy on your enemy. At least mine kills it really fast. Yours shoots nanobots into it, and then it gets tore up from the inside.
Essentially.
Is it the worst can?
Is that the worst?
Spelled like the hot dog brand?
Oh.
Alright.
Cashews. Did you know they
Oh
come
my God,
from a
is that
fruit? I bet
Sabo?
you didn't know
Is-
that.
That has been
Avocado's not a fruit.
in the
That's
utter
fruit, isn't it?
chaos that it has been. That has been my Destiny 2 trivia section. Or well, more like nitpick section.
Ooh.
Yes.
Before we get
I think
to
we all know who won.
it wasn't really a contest on who won. It was more along the lines of, if I was to see y'all out in the wild, this was probably what you would look like.
Oh, I would be wearing all pink.
You can do that.
I know.
I
I'm
want to
gonna
wear all
pretend
pink.
I do at least.
I want to wear more pink.
No,
than
you
Jacob.
can't.
I want to wear more pink. Me more pink.
I'm wearing pink. You can't have it. I already picked that
Me?
color.
Alright,
Me?
alright,
You
enough.
can't have it. I called dibs first.
Order in the court. That's enough. I would love to drag y'all into Destiny 2, and I wouldn't care if y'all scream and shout at me. I would just want to drag y'all in because I know it's going to be fun. At least to me, it would be fun. To me, it would be fun. But before we get to the other 10 questions that I have for, drumroll please,
Destiny
One
2 will be done in
Piece.
8 hours.
No, it won't. There is quite literally a lot of shit to do. And it would probably take us...
No, I'm saying
8
done
hours.
downloading.
Oh.
It'll be done downloading in 8.5 hours.
Are you quite literally
Oh.
downloading it?
Oh, Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, yeah.
But anywho, drumroll please for the next 10 questions after the anime segment is One Piece trivia. Some interesting questions that I will be asking and pulling your minds to see how much knowledge of One Piece you have. But before we get into that, we have another interruption from the...
Sorry, I'm epileptic. I'm epileptic. Sorry. That happens sometimes.
I'm gonna pause this download and just jump to 17 hours. And you guys are laughing like something crazy just happened, so I'm just gonna pause that.
You missed it. For one, Chesson looked like a dude who's been having built up freaking syndrome. Next thing you know, he finally hit his peak and he's just going, eh. But, now then, as for what everyone's been waiting for, anime segment time. Woo! Very enthusiastic in here.
My eyeball.
Oh, wait, sorry. I gotta, hold on.
Oh, always great, always great.
You wanna go? You wanna go?
I'm surprised that's the first blade you're gonna pull out. I'm surprised it's not Rivers of Blood.
Yeah, actually.
Well, it's anime. And that's my anime sword. This one's also an anime sword. These one's also an anime sword. Do you know whose sword this is?
No.
Fun fact? No?
No.
Jason, do you know whose sword this is?
Pull the blade.
Oh, the blade looks normal.
Oh, no.
It's a Kame sword.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
There's some
But
dust flying everywhere.
shall we
And
discuss?
then I have the lore accurate Trafalgar D. Waterlaw.
If it was lore accurate, that damn thing, the scabbard would almost be as long as you, and the sword would be longer than you.
It is. The sword is on the ground right now.
Stand up. Not accurate.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about on levels. The guy
It comes all the way up to my. Comes all the way up to right here.
Yeah,
I-
that is accurate. What are you
unless
talking
my
about?
eyes trick me, but I could have swore lore accurate.
No,
that-
his law sword is only 4.5 feet long. You're thinking of Mihawk. That's 7 feet long.
Yeah,
that's-
Mihawk's
yeah,
sword
that's-
is.
I'm not even saying that Laws is 7 feet long. I'm quite literally thinking along the lines of, it's almost the same height as him.
He's probably like 5'6".
That's all I'm saying. To me, it just seems like every single time he carries the damn thing, the scabbard is almost up to there.
That's about where it was on Jacob.
Yes,
Standing.
That's where it was on Jacob.
Yeah, I was standing, Nathan. I was
It was
standing.
about
It was
up
coming
to his
up.
shoulder.
Scabbard.
Yeah, it was coming up to here on me.
He was up to, yeah. Right here.
I must be
You're
losing my
making no
mind then,
sense.
because unless I'm not saying what I think I'm saying, because I'm saying the scabbard, the sheath. Scabbard.
Yes.
Up to shoulder, sitting
Yeah.
on ground, standing, up to shoulder.
It's not. I promise it's not.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought.
not.
And y'all
It's
kept
not.
saying it was. I'm like, no, it's not. Y'all looking at the hilt. So the hilt's up to there. Well, the hilt, the end, the. Anywho. Back on topic. Before we get into more swords.
Hey, this is the best sword. Where are you stopping?
I don't know. I'm just looking at you to see if there's anything else you're gonna do out of nowhere. But anywho, anyone's thoughts on the end of the Kuma backstory, and also of what I will probably wait to bring up after I hear y'all's thoughts.
I'm excited to see the transfer between the backstory, because the backstory lines up right next to where we see the beginning of the story of One Piece with Luffy.
Oh yeah, technically speaking, yes.
It's a few years off. So I'm wondering, but I know the thing you're gonna bring up.
And then it surprised you earlier because you're like, no, it didn't
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, it did.
Well, because I didn't see it.
But as he's already brought it up, I don't know if y'all noticed because I noticed it. Did you actually notice that Kuma was heading straight for Windmill Village?
It was the last frame before the to be continued. If you look at the episode,
Yeah.
it's him on a ship towards Windmill Village.
Also, kind of more of like a wholesome thing. Did anyone else notice that his Jolly Roger is quite literally just Bonnie's picture?
Yeah. But also,
If we saw that Jolly Roger before. Can't remember.
Might have.
which also I wanted to point out in the episode, if you guys pay attention to the actual manga of One Piece, Ace actually took down a warlord, but a current, or no, took out the warlord before Kuma,
Yeah.
and that's where Kuma stepped in as warlord of the sea.
Yep.
And it was
Yeah.
Jinbei.
No,
Yes.
Yes.
Was it Jinbei?
Yes, he quite literally
Yes.
says, "Hey, Jinbei, someone found someone to cover your ass."
Yeah. He's like, Jinbei, look, they already found your replacement.
okay. I must have thought it was someone else.
Yeah, I
Which,
missed
by the
that
way,
too.
power move on Ace's part of being a part of the Whitebeard Pirates, defeating a warlord of the sea, and then being like, "Hey, do you want to come hang out on our boat?"
Dude,
Well, yeah, it's Jinbei though.
I'm pretty sure they didn't even really fight. I mean, if they did,
I doubt he would have done that if he
Ace
was fighting
probably started it.
Doflamingo. I doubt he would have been invited if it was Doflamingo.
Dude,
But we also got a Dofi scene, and
Yes.
Jacob was so excited about that.
Dofi. He got to say a word. I don't even remember
In all
what he
honesty,
said.
Dofi didn't even care that Kuma became a warlord.
No,
Which,
he didn't.
Which, by the way, I know we're entering the Elbath arc, but I kind of want Dofi to have a comeback because he's currently.
No, that fucker's in prison. He's in hard prison.
But he is still talking smack. At the
Yeah, he's
bottom of
talking
it.
He is. I know, and it's like, come on, just please give him a comeback story. Have him escape and
No, if anything,
that'd be crazy.
his one last action was basically saying that the whole world's gonna change and burn with a new
Who thinks
age
Bob
coming.
Clay is gonna come back?
Either he's dead or he's just
No, he
living
ain't.
it up in freaking Impel Down.
He's in Impel Down. Oda confirmed that he's in Impel Down. He ain't dead.
To which, that's the true soldier right there.
Why
But
would come
can
back
we also
from
talk
there?
about that? Everyone's like, Luffy can't lose. Luffy can't lose. Luffy is immortal and he can't lose. And then we're over here completely ignoring that there's one guy on the fucking One Piece world that hasn't been defeated. Magellan.
Yeah.
And quite literally, the only thing Luffy did was to get out of the fight with fuck up his stomach, punch in his stomach. And he's like, I gotta go to shit.
Yeah, that was it. Like, that wasn't Luffy winning, and even then, Luffy was incapacitated by the poison.
Exactly. He got his one last shot in there to go make him go shit. He's thinking he's won until he's going freaking puking up his freaking guts, looking like he's a freaking dried up prune, just going.
Magellan, I believe, is the only person to not be defeated
Magellan
by
can
Luffy.
get the One Piece.
Did you actually know that Magellan got fired?
Yeah, he was replaced by the Gargoyle guy, right?
No, he got paid. Well, I mean, yes, but he was the Sphinx dude. When he had the freaking Sphinx hat on and shit. I forget his name.
Side character.
Oh, the guy who was always naked.
And that big ass fucking pot belly he had. Fucking skinny. Somehow athletic.
I'm gonna.
Why does he have a freaking massive keg down there? What is his name actually?
It is. No, you're bringing me Magellan, and I specifically said Hannibal is his name.
Hannibal. Yes, that man. But he was an alright
not
character.
Hannibal?
Very, very much a silly man. He was very much a silly man.
I don't even remember his bit.
He was mainly trying to
Bucky's
get Magellan's.
an Emperor of the Sea.
We're really just now talking.
Can we talk about the difference in character of, like, Buggy from the anime and then Buggy from the live action?
What, the fact that he's more serious?
Buggy from the live action could absolutely get it.
I'm pretty sure Buggy from the live action would not take the disrespect that he gets from the anime.
Nathan, I think that's all I'll say.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he probably would.
I'm simping for Buggy the Clown. Smash.
So then you're cheating off of Dofi.
Until
didn't
Dofi
say I
comes
was
into
mad.
the live action, then Jacob's gonna be like, "Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. If they
I never
actually
said
bring,
smash to Doflamingo.
if they actually bring in Doflamingo, I feel like Jacob is quite literally just gonna sit there in anticipation as soon as he comes out As soon as he just gets the first view of him, he's just gonna turn it off if it's bad and be like, I'm not watching this shit again.
No, I'll watch it.
But that is what, like 400. How far in is the?
Well, I mean, we first get to
think
see
it's
him in Marine
six.
Ford. That's technically when we
think
first
it's
get to see
6.
him. But if we're really talking about
Well, in the
Dofi,
anime,
he's really in like
Yeah, in
the
the anime, he
600s.
makes a first appearance after Crocodile's defeated.
Yeah, because he talks about it.
Oh yes. That's
So
actually...
that's the next. That's our next major arc is Alabasta.
Yeah,
So
they call him
maybe
meeting.
maybe we'll have
They
a
call
guest
him
appearance
meeting
of
and,
Dofi.
they call him meeting, and Doflamingo and Mihawk are the only ones that show up.
and Kuma.
Kuma can just show up anytime he wants. The man could just be sitting at home drinking some freaking tea or motor oil, and you'd be like, "Oh, I gotta go to that meeting."
I'm just saying he was with
Hmm?
Dofi.
Hey,
That's all I
Doflamingo could do that too.
He just, the
Not
man's
as fast.
the man Spider-Man's across the damn world. And which the only way he can do that is by latching on the freaking clouds.
Fast? Do you think he's going, being able to travel between islands like that?
I wouldn't say that fast.
Like he literally went to Punk Hazard and then went back to Dressrosa before the Straw Hats got to Dressrosa.
See, we see.
And he got there after they left.
Technically, we still need to see the reverse mountain bit, don't we?
Yeah.
And Logtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're already wanting to bring in Chopper, to which something tells me they're really gonna go through with Logtown and Reverse Mountain.
Well, yeah, they're probably
Well,
going to do
so
one
what they
episode
what
of
they
that.
did, so Crocodile's probably going to be the big bad
Most definitely.
of that. Of
If
that
not,
whole season.
How much you gonna bet
But
they're
they
gonna do
went
that whole
through
season with the Drum
all-
Kingdom?
Well, see, they're going to have to cover the second season.
They're gonna
of
have Drum
live action.
Kingdom in like 2 episodes, or like 2 or 3 episodes.
I don't know. It's
Well, like,
freaking wild.
don't
They're not
forget,
gonna
first
do-
season
they're not
is
gonna
like
spend very long
60
there.
episodes of the anime to 8 episodes of the live action.
To which they're still gonna have to like.
And
figure out
like
some kind
3
way.
of those live action episodes, are on was it Orange Village? What's it? Tommy's place? I don't remember.
Orange.
Orange Town?
Mm.
I can't remember. There was 3 episodes on that island though.
I still found it weird that Arlong just shows up at the Baratier.
But Arlong.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense though for the live action bit though.
I mean, I do
Like
get it
it
for the
just
live
speeds
action.
up that
Yeah.
story progression.
I know, but it's just like weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to go meet this big bad at his home office. Wait a minute, why are you here? I'm at my dinner table. We're supposed to do this like 50 episodes later. No, we're doing this shit now. When you're trying to prepare for the boss fight that's supposed to happen 50 missions later on, next thing you know, the boss fight just happens now. As you're in the middle of your like rest with no reserves, no ammo, no revives.
Because we get to. You have Reverse Mountain, Logtown, Reverse Mountain, then straight to Drum King after the Laboon bit, because they're probably going to have like 20 minutes for Laboon.
I bet you, if anything, they're probably going to do Logtown, half of Reverse Mountain for the first episode, little bit of the other half
Honestly,
of Reverse Mountain, and then a whole episode of nothing but Laboon.
Then,
What
because you're
they'll
going to have
probably
your Drum
actually
Kingdom
do
bit.
Is
Where they go through
Logtown,
that.
Red Mountain, and they'll probably do Reverse Mountain or Logtown, and then also Laboon in one episode.
Maybe.
I see them doing that.
You think they're gonna go to that Cactus Island, where they technically first meet
They
Vivi's
might.
rebel group?
it makes
Oh
sense.
yeah, probably. That would be very important.
But they would
in the
have to go
story.
through Drum Kingdom very fast, and then get to
Heck, they'll probably spend an
the
episode.
garden.
Well, how long is the? Do we have an episode point?
74 episodes for the Alabasta arc, which is including Drum Kingdom in it.
Damn, that's actually quite small for 2 arcs.
The arcs used to be a
Jesus
lot smaller.
Christ.
Yeah, compared to Dressrosa.
According to this, it says. According to this, it says that it's going to be 7 episodes. Season 2, and they're gonna end it with Crocodile.
You're gonna end it with Crocodile.
Now the question is, are they going
But
to
this
end
is
it
all
with
rumored.
them defeating Crocodile or them introducing Croc? Is the
That
question.
would suck if they're
I
just going to
think
introduce
Crocodile's the big
Crocodile.
bad.
Yeah.
I think he's like the final boss, quote unquote, of the season.
I don't know. It just seems like way too much information to really speed run through in 7 episodes.
Honestly, it really is.
Well,
Yeah,
they
well-
did speedrun 61 episodes in 8.
Yeah, but now it's about to be more anime episodes to
And
less.
There's also a lot of filler in the Alabasta arc.
Yeah.
I mean, now granted,
But
true.
they have cast for the 2 giants that you see on the garden arc.
So we are gonna
So we're
get
gonna
a little
see
That
garden.
will probably be its own episode.
I would say it would have to because you
And
got the
they'll
Mr.
probably
3 fight right there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight Mr.
Yeah.
3.
Oh, Mr. 3's gonna look. I wonder how he's gonna look. It'll be the first time we've seen a Lokia.
Oh no! Imagine his freaking mech suit. I wonder how that's. I
Or
wonder
Prometheus.
how the hell are they gonna do that shit?
His wax armor?
Yeah. Yes, but now that is the end of anime discussion on particular episodes. Now it is time to go on to the One Piece trivia.
Okay.
First question. Listen aloud. Who couldn't technically do damage to Luffy with their Devil Fruit? Oh, we're gonna do
Yes.
raising hands? Okay, we'll do raise hands. Chaston, what is the answer?
NL.
Correct.
That's wrong. That's the
No.
one that they use in the manga. Use the real name. Tenaru. Idiot.
Enaru and
The
Nell.
Why does he have 2 names?
You
He's
know
Why
in
does
the
he have
anime
2
Zoro
names?
is Zolo, right? In the manga? It's Zolo. His name's not Zoro
That's
in the manga,
stupid.
it's Zolo.
Okay. Chaston, you have gained a point.
Yay.
Question 2. Oh, fuck me. And I forgot to write down the answer. I pray to God one of y'all actually know this one. What island did Luffy, Sabo, and Ace first meet? Chloe.
Windmill Village?
Wrong.
Oh, balls. I don't know the island.
You're back.
Okay. I have the answer. Does anyone
the
else want to
elephant?
try one more time?
Dumb idiot. Gray. Gray.
All right. No one actually gets this
Green.
one, and
Green.
not even the
What?
freaking host.
What was
Don Island.
Don Island? That's what it was.
Don Quixote del Flamingo.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
All right, now this one's a very interesting one because there is a lot of correct answers, but I'm only thinking of one because it breaks the rule of Devil Fruit. What did Oda first, or well, actually, I read that wrong. When did Oda first start referring Gear 5 or referencing Gear 5? Yes. And there's a lot.
Said one of the movies.
Not
I've
one of the
never seen a
movies.
movie, though,
It's
so-
not one of the movies.
I have no idea.
Jasmine.
Guy Pia whenever they're dancing with the wolves.
Wrong.
What?
Colby.
That's like the strongest one.
Uh,
I bet he had the same answer.
no, no, I actually didn't. Wasn't it?
What?
I would say it would be Zunisha.
Wrong.
Darn it.
What is the number one rule with devil fruits? Well, actually, second rule. Do you know it, or shall I give you the other end of the hint?
No, that kind of told me, and if I'm wrong again, I'm gonna be really upset.
What is a chastin?
It is during the fight on what's it called? What's the fish guy's name that we fight? What's the first fish guy's name? What's his name? Arlong.
Huh? Oh,
It's at Arlong Park when Luffy is under the sea and he's able to use his devil fruit. Because you're not supposed to be able to use them when submerged in seawater.
Correct. Point 2 for Chastin.
Yay.
Now then, this one is a very interesting one, and this one's a filler episode.
My 14 hours a day of One Piece is paid off.
Was the Straw Hat's Jolly Roger ever stolen?
yes.
Colby. Oh,
Yes.
now, okay, well, now hold on a minute. And then now, since you both answered, I'm going to do it like this. What particular arc, and I'm not going to ask you who, because I forgot their name. I know it's just one dude, but
I don't know the name of the arc, but it's the one where they're driving through the ice caps area with like the ice everywhere, and he fights the guy who has the temperature fruit.
correct. Now, actually,
that
bonus question.
I had it.
Did Luffy ever figure it out?
No. Yes, he did.
Wrong.
I knew they said, or no, they tried to keep it from him and they failed miserably.
No.
Oh no, I'm thinking he was too. He saw them with
He's
the
too
flag, but
oblivious.
he was too stupid.
No one gets that bonus question, but Jacob gets an answer.
Oh yeah, what did I win?
You got a point.
Oh. Do those go up in value like Bitcoin?
Oh, dear God. Question 5. What is Law's disease? What was Law's disease before he got
Oh
his devil fruit?
no! Oh no! Jacob should know this one pretty well.
I think I know this one.
You can say the first 2
I think
words.
It's white. It's like white lung disease.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Wrong.
It's white something disease.
You're
I'm gonna look it up.
Colby?
Is it white heart disease?
No.
Dang.
I don't know it.
Now, they probably say it wrong. They probably say it differently in the anime, but I looked it up. I even looked it up on freaking One Piece to make sure this was right.
Oh, it's white lead disease. Or amber lead syndrome.
Amber lead syndrome, but you didn't
Amber
answer the
lead.
first time. No one gets the point.
Ah.
I said I was looking it up.
Yes, but you don't get the point.
Yeah, first
Well,
one to
obviously.
look it up.
I would hope not.
All right. Now then, here is an interesting one. Question 6. Where was Nami's weapon first shown? The climb attack. What?
On
Arc.
the ship.
No, what arc?
Is on the ship.
No, what arc?
On the ship in between arcs.
I will murder you.
Is Alabasta. Is that right?
I know the answer.
What's the answer?
I might be thinking of it wrong too. Isn't it
Give me an
Wasn't
answer.
it? What attack did you say it was?
The clam attack. It's basically what the weapon's called. It's her freaking staff. Her collapsible
Was it-
staff.
The
Oh!
silver or the gold one?
The blue one. There was never a
First
silver
one.
one. You're talking about the freaking
The one-
stick.
The one that Usopp built.
Okay.
The first one.
I
Was
don't
it-
I
remember.
thought it was Alabasta.
Was it whole cake?
No. Earlier than whole cake.
You want to know
Wait.
something?
Oh, wait. No. I got it. I got it.
You
I got
better have an answer because I'm about to give the final decision because someone has already answered it.
Give a final decision. I got it right.
That's what I'm saying.
it. Oh, I never get it right, but never mind that.
Because here's the thing. I've been doing that because he just shouted it out. I didn't even pick anyone. He just shouted it out.
Gotta raise your hand, Jacob. Jesus.
I did, but my hands are so tiny.
You didn't even raise a hand. You just shouted
Yeah.
it. There was no movement.
Look, it's so small.
Gosh.
Okay, another arc-related question, more in hairstyle. What arc was Frankie's hair styled as a cannon?
Buzz. Buzz.
Buzz, I know this one.
Buzz.
I'm giving a penalty against Jacob right now. You're going to have a 10-second buzzer delay. Colby, what's your answer?
Dressrosa.
I hope you get it wrong.
First off, you got it right.
Look at me. I'm gonna give Jacob a 10-second delay.
Dude, I'm giving you a 10-second delay for that last one you fucking did, you ass.
Oh, look at me.
So, if I'm remembering this correctly, Chaston, you have 2 points. Colby,
Yep.
you have 1. Jacob, you have 1.
Oh no, take it. I have 2. I take it.
You have 1.
No, I got Alabasta too.
That was the one you got right.
No, I got 2 right. Right? What question are we on?
No, none of you answered for the Dawn Kingdom, or for the Dawn Island question, so no one got that one right. No one got a point off of that.
Yeah.
Chaston got 2, Colby's got 1, and you got 1.
Oh,
And, yeah, Alabaster.
I would have had 2, but
And-
oh.
Oh, yeah. You didn't get the Amber Lead Syndrome because you looked it up.
Nah, yeah, I said white something disease.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now then,
White
The other
lung,
one.
That's what I said.
who was the first Warlord of the Sea to be introduced? Hand up first, because answer the question, Chaston.
Oh, wait.
Chaston's got his hand up. Chaston?
Crocodile?
Wrong.
No.
Jacob.
It's Hawkeye.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now then. We've actually gone through these quite quick, so
You don't hunt a rabbit with a cannon.
here is an interesting one. What character has an obsession with pie? Chaston.
Blackbeard.
Correct. God, that was way too easy. I really messed it up because I said it was originally going to be obsession with a cherry pie. That was just too
You
obvious.
should have said obsession with
So I said sweet.
custard dessert.
Honestly, should have. Now then, this one is a character you must name, but I'm going to give you descriptions.
Okay.
If I just list off a bunch of random characters before you say anything, can I get it right?
No,
Okay,
Luffy,
Barker,
Zoro, Nami, Luffy.
go.
no, but
Don't make it, don't make it, don't
I am
make
now
it.
realizing that some of my wording is very hinty, so I'm just going to say it like this. In the ways of his heritage, he's the second and third. Height-wise, this man is...
How can you be this? What?
there is a whole reason behind it, and if you actually know what character I'm talking about, I'm actually surprised you actually got my wording. But listen more. He stands at 16 feet 8 inches. Most honorable respect, very stoic, calm, collective,
Definitely not Pika.
constantly covered in drip. His style knows no bounds. He never leaves the house if he's looking shambles. He's got a very, very craving sweet tooth. Who is this man?
Yeah, I'm lost.
Chaston, what is your first guess?
Katakuri?
God fucking damn it! Shit.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay,
Katakuri.
can anyone
It is
actually did anyone actually figure out what I meant by second and third? Okay.
That sounded familiar. 'Cause I was like,
He is technically
okay,
he
but
is
I'm
the
not-
second son and the third child of the Big Mom family.
yes.
The
I
second
thought he
son.
was the oldest.
No. He is the second son, and the third child.
Well, see, it was the drip and it was the sweet tooth, and I was like, I might know it.
No, trust me. When I was originally first making the freaking hint for him, I was like, has obsession with don't. No, I can't write that. That's gonna be way too obvious. I was gonna put down donuts.
You know, you should just, for one of them, just say donut, and we'll have to figure it out.
Ace.
Yeah, that's all.
Whitebeard.
Damn, actually, he's more like Swiss cheese.
How many more? Is there any more of the character ones?
You know what? This is the last one, and I'm just thinking this one on top of my head.
Pika.
No, I haven't even started the hints yet. Older gentleman has
Jerma.
been around for a good long while. Usually is a calm, collective guy, fun to be around with. Normally takes care of most of the responsibilities. Always good with the ladies. He's got a mad brother that he just recently learned is still alive. Who is he?
My first thought was Crocus, but I know it's not Crocus.
No.
How recent?
What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about, well, I mean, he just learned it and... Oh, I can't do that, no. I can't. That's going to be way too obvious. I'll just say you
Older
learned it.
feller. Nice with the ladies. Found out about brother that is alive recently.
Not technically related brother.
Is it the mole guy
No.
from the Revolutionary Army?
No. We all know him.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Wow.
how well?
We've once seen him just his normal skin, and then he went bulk after getting blown up.
Edward Weevil.
No. If you want any more hints, he's part of the main crew.
Frankie?
Branky?
Frankie.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Aha.
Oh, Shasta did raise his hand, so he gets a 10-second delay next time.
But the only reason why I said that was because I was actually going off of more of Dressrosa all the way up to Egghead, because he technically had a brother in regards in battle and respect, Senor Pink. And then he thought that he freaking died after seeing the Seraphim, but he just recently found out he was just an Impel down. Yeah, no, that was more of just like on top of the head, like, yeah.
What?
Well. That's all the questions I
Laboon.
had. What?
You said whale.
Yes.
Is it Laboon?
Laboon.
Hell, you want to talk about freaking whales? Don't even get started on the freaking giant ass man and fucking Blackbeard's forces.
Yeah.
Mr. E, just plaster Laboon all over the screen. Just plaster it all over it. Just all Laboon.
Well, apparently not only is there Laboon, but apparently Chastin got freaking ate by a Laboon.
Does it stink in there?
Hey, there's flies in here.
Well, I will say that is it of my trivia. That's all I had. Gades and Leatherman, we'll see y'all next week.
We did it!
Bye-bye.
あったったごめんよ